Who would have believed that Manchester could have produced such a lovely day today? The last time I came, it was pouring with rain, and I came and it was televised, and people in London said, it always rains in Manchester. But today is proof that it's a good part of the world, and Trinity School can turn out the sunshine when it wishes to. Well done. Thank you for your invitation today to be with you. Imagine for a moment that one day you had been to school, you went home, and you went to bed, and in the night you were awakened by a strange noise, the sound of things crashing around your ears, as though perhaps buildings were falling. And in your sleep, you suddenly feel that the house in which you are is shaking. And quickly you jump out of bed and rush outside, and you find your worst fears have come true. You weren't just having a nightmare. In fact, the buildings are shaking and they are falling and they're collapsing, and you're in the middle of an earthquake. That's what happened last year to many, many people in Mexico. They were asleep, and the next morning their houses, their schools, they were devastated. They were in ruins, and many, many people were left homeless. At that time, we launched an appeal in this country, because I'm chairman of a group called Waite International. It's an organization for young people with the YMCA movement to be concerned about the needs of the world. And people in this country gave a great deal of money, so that now, in Mexico, we had enough money to build a new school, enough money to care for those children who've been orphaned in the earthquake, and enough money to do a number of other projects in Mexico. There was a case of need, and a case of how people in the British Isles, and a lot of young people, responded quickly and gladly and gave what they could to a part of the world that was very needy and in great distress. They provided a sign of hope. They said, everything isn't hopeless, something can be done, and we will do it. Now here today, in Manchester, we look up and we hope that we don't suffer an earthquake. And we hope that this building will stand here for many, many years as a sign of hope in this part of Manchester. And that you yourselves, too, will be signs of hope for people. Signs of hope in the inner city. Because a school is truly, and should be, a community. A community of people who live and work together. Who live and work together for a variety of purposes. A school depends very much on its pupils. It also depends a great deal on its teachers. Now, we've heard a lot in recent weeks, in recent months, about the difficulties that are being faced in the teaching profession. Some people say that it's only a question of money. It really isn't only a question of money. It's a question of the whole community recognizing how important it is to respect, care for, cherish, value, acknowledge the teaching profession. to realize that education and those who are engaged in education is extremely important, not only to the life of this local community, to the life of Manchester, to the life and future of our nation. The argument is not basically about money. It's basically about how much we in the nation care and respect an honourable profession, and how much we are prepared to support that profession in doing a vital work for our nation. So in community, our community of learning, here we hope in this school there'll be good standards, but learning is not only a matter of learning with your head, it's a matter of learning with our lives, to be able in our lives to show that we are good, responsible, caring people. And everyone in this school can show that and can learn those lessons here. A community of learning, a community of caring. I spoke a moment ago of how people across the country have cared for Mexico, how we've seen in Band-Aid how people have cared for Africa. And never believe it if people say to you, there's nothing that can be done. There's always something that can be done. Every situation that faces us in the world can be changed for the better if we have the will. And this school can do much to show caring, both here locally and nationally and internationally. It depends if we have the will and the desire for that. And finally, a community which is committed to good standards, committed to good relationships between people of different backgrounds, different beliefs, different understandings, committed to making this school, yes, being really proud of it, enabling it really to be the best school in Manchester. It may be that already. If it isn't, then it had better be by this time next year, and you can make it. Now what I want to do today, as I open the school, is help you remember the day by endowing a special award. I'd like to endow a special award for this school to be called the Community Service Award. It can be presented by the headmaster every year or every 2 years at his discretion. It'll go to the pupil or pupils who've really demonstrated in one way or another, either through written work or through actual service in the community, something that really demonstrates their care for the community, either the local community or the wider world community. And this award will be given in conjunction with the Why Care movement, so that there can be a reminder that every time that award is given over the years, that this school really is here as a community of learning, of caring, and of commitment. And those lessons are learned here, that they extend beyond the boundaries of the school into Manchester, into the United Kingdom, and into the world. And so I hope that you'll remember this day, that you'll look back on a sunny day, a happy day. We have a very good start. And we shall all pray now that God will bless us all as we move into the future as a caring community, as a committed community, and as a learning community.